What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full Pokepun team. Okay, this one is a pretty fun one, and I've been wanting to do this one for a while. So this is my 200th theme team, all the theme teams that I've done. If you haven't checked them all out, make sure you do that. That's in the playlist there. Leave your theme team suggestion in the comment section too, and if you are the highest sum up comment, you'll be the winner. Okay, so I got a bit of a cold today, and I feel like crap, but I wanted to do this one anyway today because I did promise I'd do it. So if I sound a little bit hoarse in the voice, that's probably why. Let's get to this one anyway. So there was 6 Pokemon that I picked from my website chat, and we have a pun bot there that puts out puns. So I picked 6 of them. Okay, so we got Machop first. I was going to go eat my Chinese, but I broke my chopsticks. That was the pun for this one. I'm going to go for anyway. I'm going to go for the Choice Band knockoff here on the Meowstic there. Interesting, I had a big root there. I wasn't sure what strategy they were using for this one. Okay, all these battles as well are from my chat. So if you do want to have a battle against me, visit my chat. Okay, so I get past the Meowstic, which was cool. It's going to use Yawn on me too, which sucks. So Porygon comes out, I'm thinking here, excuse me, I was thinking here, should I go for knockoff on the Everlight or not? Or then I'd go to sleep the next turn. So I didn't, it was enticing, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, so it's going to go for a Sharpen there, raising its attack. I've run one of these before, they're pretty fun to run. So I'm going to go for Toxic here. I know Porygon doesn't have any way of healing itself from the Toxic, so that's cool. Got that poison. Okay, so it's going to go for the second Sharpen here. So it's got +2 in attack. I've got Venoshock on this, I've got Infestation, and I've got Pain Split. Works really nicely, and I gave it max defense and max special defense. So I get the most out of Pain Split and its bulk on both sides. The only thing I really had to watch out was really powerful, like one-shot hits there. Okay, so I nearly get one-shotted by the Zen Headbutt there. I've got Black Sludge for a little bit of recovery here. Now, instead of going for the Venoshock, I thought I'd go for the Pain Split there. I thought it'd probably do a little bit more because it's most definitely Everlight. Okay, so I've got the Toxic and Infestation going there nicely, and I've got a Pain Split here, and plus Zen Headbutt could miss as well. It does have a chance of that. I've missed with it lots of times. Okay, so Porygon has got to go for the return here. I know that's not super effective, but it should be just enough to take me out there, so that's my Swalot down. So for the Swalot, the pun was, you need to chew your food before you swallow it. Okay, so that's okay, out. So I'm going to send out my third pun. Now this is more of an inside joke because Richard is one of my friends, but Richard's girlfriend doesn't wear a bra, so you could say that about anything. My girlfriend doesn't wear a bra, so that was their pun for this one there. Okay, so we've got three of the puns are out so far. So we have I think is this a Lion King team because it's Simba? I'm not sure. Oh, that's just the name, but I wasn't sure if this was the theme team or not. Anyways, it's going to outspeed me there with the Overheat and take me down to my Sash, so that definitely tells me that it's Choice Scarf. It wouldn't have outsped Abra anyway, so I'm going to go for the Psyshock here. I just did this so I could hit specially defensive Pokemon. Okay, so I don't want to burn off my Abra at this point in the game, so I'm going to go into Hypno. So the pun for this one was, thanks to my doctor, my hip no longer hurts. So I'm going to go for my ability Forewarn is going to show me it's the most powerful attack, which I already knew anyway. So Overheat's not going to do anything. This is a max special defense, max health Hypno. Now I actually had access to Wish on this set because it's an older Hypno they had. I didn't quite have max IVs in its health, but I think they were quite high. I think they were in the high 20s, so that was pretty cool. So I've got the Blossom coming in here. I'm going to go for a Power-Up Punch here. Now I was like, I wonder if Blossom's going to go for a Sleep Powder here. I mean, I've already shown that I've got Forewarn. Most of the time, Hypno can't be put to sleep because it has Insomnia, but I want to use Forewarn. It's kind of handy to show what powerful moves they have, incoming powerful attacks. Okay, so I'm going to go for Power-Up Punch again, so I thought, oh, bugger it, let's just do it. I didn't have too much to hit. I had Zen Headbutt, but I knew that I'd need a couple of boosts to do like any damage at all. So I'm going to get Sleep Powdered here. That's, I guess, I did see that one coming, so I'm going to swap my Hypno out here. And Blossom really can't do too much to me. I mean, I'm very specially defensive. At this point, I was thinking, well, the most it's going to have is like Giga Drain or something like that, or maybe Leech Seed, something along those lines there. Okay, so I'm going to have to swap that one out. Can't do much against that. So I thought, well, let's go into my Regice. So the pun for this one was, would you like some Regice for that burn? So I was running a max special attack, max attack Regice. So it was a mix set. So I had Jesus, what did I have? I had Thunderbolt for water type Pokemon and stuff like that. I had Explosion and I had Earthquake and I had Frost Breath for crits, so people couldn't set up boosts on me there. Okay, so I got the normal gem explosion here, which is quite funny because another ice Pokemon comes in, and it just tanks it with its. It's got some. Actually, it's quite tanky, Vanillux. So it just lives there, and it gets a weak armor there, which is bad, but I did have a Pokemon to get around that one. So I have my Machop, which is I have a choice band on it, so it hits decently hard there, and I'm just going to go for the Bullet Punch and finish that off because that will be annoying. Being pretty speedy now. Okay, so that's down. That's good. So it's I've got a 2-3 lead at the moment. So we got the Blossom coming in again. Now I was like, well, it's probably going to use like Giga Drain or something. I'm not going to take that very well, and I don't want to go for Bullet Punch because it's going to do no damage at all. So I thought, let's go back and Hypno here. That's my best option there. So I can see it's got Giga Drain as its most scary move, and that does like nothing to my Hypno, and I've got leftovers, so it's probably like a 20 hit KO or something like that. I'm just going to have a drink. Okay, so that's cool. I was thinking, well, it doesn't really matter. I could swap out here and go into something different, and I thought I could go into my Machop here. They'll probably swap out again because they're doing no damage, but they stayed in and went for the Giga Drain here, so that does lots to my Machop, like over half my health. I'm running max health, max attack. Here I just thought, bugger it, let's go for the Bullet Punch. I'm going to try and get a revenge kill on this with my last Pokemon, so yeah, that's going to take me out with the Giga Drain, which sucks. But that's cool. This Machop did some pretty nice damage in quite a few of my battles. Okay, so I deliberately let it faint so I could get a Retaliate boost from my Farret, because you asked for it. And I've got the Frisk, and I'm going to see it's leftover, which I already knew anyway. And so the Blossom's going to swap out. So I was like, well, whatever comes in is going to get hit pretty hard. So there's a Chinchou. I was like, okay, well, this is going to get hit pretty hard. And I go for Retaliate here. I've got the Choice Scarf, and it only does half health. So I'm like, damn, that's one really, really bulky defensive Chinchou. So I have to swap out there. I'm not really liking a Thunder Wave or any sort of move from that. Into my Hypno anyway. So I'm going to forewarn its Surf. So Surface is the most powerful attack. Goes for the Iron Delusion. I'm like, oh, it's a good thing. And like, I didn't use any normal type moves on that at all. So I've got my leftovers there and all my health from my Hypno. Now I was like, well, if I wake up here, even I could stay in here, and I don't think it'd really touch me at all. And I can set up some power-up punches on that. That'd be quite good here. So I'm still sleeping this turn, which is, I guess, is to be expected. So that's fine. So the Chinchou's got the Aqua Ring Up, so it's going to help heal itself and that sort of thing. And I found out that it's got Surf, so I was wondering what its other moves are. Okay, so I thankfully wake up here, go for the Power Up Punch. That's cool. So I'm going to need a couple of boosts and attack to take this thing out. I'd say probably 2 or 3. Okay, so Chinchou's going to fire off those Surfs at me. Doesn't really do anything, so that's cool. Now, there's either Litleo coming in, which probably wasn't an option. Definitely not, because it wouldn't like a Power-Up Punch. That would probably one-shot it with the health it's got left. And there's a Blossom. So the only Pokemon I knew that could come in to this was Blossom. Okay, so Chinchou's got Poison as well, and that's Toxic, which is going to poison me there. So I'm going to go for another Power-Up Punch, which is fine because I've got Wish on this thing. As I said, I can set up on this thing and sweep through the rest of the team. That's what I really was planning on doing at this point in the game. Okay, so I've got 2 Power-Up Punches up. That's really good, and I've got my Stab as Zen Headbutt, and I've got Drain Punch and Wish, so it's a bulky special defense wall, but it's a sweeper at the same time. Okay, so Chinchou's going to swap out there. It can't do anything to me, so I knew the only Pokemon to come in was Blossom. It could put me to sleep again if it wanted to, but I'm going to start attacking. I'm just going to go for the Zen Headbutt here. And if they risk going for a Sleep Powder, that's fine. I can probably bring something else in afterwards. Okay, and it doesn't really matter anyway. It can't really do enough damage to me, and I wouldn't keep it in with a Toxic anyway. I'd just use something different. Okay, so I've got a couple of boosts up. I think 3 Power-Up Punches up now, so I'm going for the Zen Headbutt here. And I know this is Stab, and it hit pretty hard against it. Blossom doesn't have the greatest defense. I get a flinch there, which is really nicely there. So that's good. That's a 2-hit KO even after the leftovers recovery, which is nice. Blossom's very special defensive in its stats there. Okay, so going for the next Zen Headbutt here. The toxic damage is starting to rack up on me there, which sucks. Zen Headbutt fucking misses. I'm like, I knew that would happen because I got good luck on the first turn. So I guess that cancelled out the flinch there. Okay, I almost said critical hit there. All right, so here I'm thinking, well, it's going to get very close for the Zen Headbutt to take it out. Then I could probably just revenge kill it with like Abra or something. So that's fine. I could do that as long as I get this thing, close to dying anyway. Okay, so I couldn't have used Sleep Powder anyway because I was poisoning dirt. Sorry, I'm just tripping out a little bit there. So I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt here anyway, and that's nearly going to take Blossom out. I get a flinch again, which was amazing luck there. So 2 flinches and 1 miss. So which was quite lucky there, to say the least. And I was like, okay, well, chances are I'm probably going to miss this one. And if I go for something like Power Up Punch, I don't know, it'll probably get like minimum damage. So I decided to go for Zen Headbutt again. And it hits, and that takes Blossom out, which is cool. So that's down. The only two Pokemon left now are the Chinchou and the Leo. That toxic damage is already racked up on me already, so I'm going to go down this turn, which is fine. The main problem there was getting past that Blossom. Excuse me. Okay, so Hypno's down, that's fine. So I've got my Abra left on 1 health, and I've got my Farret left, I think it's got about 3/4 of its health. So I'm going to swap on my Farret anyway, so that's fine. So we've got the Chinchou here now. I thought, well, this definitely has Everlight. There's no way it doesn't. I frisked out and find out anyway, so I'm going to go for the knockoff here. Chinchou goes to the Iron Deluge expecting a normal type move, which is pretty good. I was like, I didn't want to go for the normal type move anyway, because they did show that off earlier, and plus I wanted to get rid of the Everlight. So I'm going to go for knockoff twice in a row there. So I was like, that's doing just enough damage, which is good. Chinchou is going to go for the Surf here, but that most of its, well, I'd say all of its EVs are invested in bulk, so it's not doing too much damage to me. Okay, so that's a Chinchou down. That's good. That thing was really cool. I did like that set. So I've got my Farret left and my Abra left. So out comes Sipper. No, it's Choice Scarf. So it has got Unnerved too. So I thought, well, I can swap in my Abra here. And I can just... I know that it's going to go for Overheat. That's its most powerful move. Unless it had Flamethrower too. I wasn't really sure. Just wanted to see regardless. Okay, so it's going to go for the Overheat there. And that's going to take my Abra out, which is fine. I was really aiming for that special attack drop there. And to swap my Farret in afterwards. There, so down goes Abra, but I've got my Farret left, and I'm running Adam and Nature on this. So I was like, I wasn't too sure what its speed stat was. I thought I'd probably just outspeed it. Even, it's my base speed is very, very high, and I do, and I go for a Retaliate, and that's going to be enough to take the Leo out. And that is game 1-0. So a nice close game there, and thank you guys for supporting my videos. This is the 200th Theme Team. Peace out.